Nigane kumeheria I think I'll move this phone. I think that's a better position. Even we can also do the video from there. Now, siakorire wacu mugoda nä ndå ici ndenda kuhutia mythology kadhaa as I keep going. So wacu nake tukwarite oro wa wacici twarike oro wa wacici. Let me see. Let me pick this one up. Nice, we are back. So wacici ri Gana there's a smudge on the camera. Can you guys see me clear? Let me wipe this so that you can see my handsome face. There we are. That's better. So on turikiri horo wa cici twi wacu ati ciakorire wacu mugoda nä ndå ciakorire wacu mugoda. Mythology, the story can go in so many ways. So wacu ni na muthuri na muthuri ucio wake ni na kindu gitagwo a favorite wife. You can call them a younger wife, you can call them a slay queen, you can call them a tender, whatever the case. Being young does not necessarily mean that you are young in age. You can be young in mind. No ya mutumia na mutumia ucio ni very youthful. She is moving quickly. No kona mutumia she moves slow. She is beautiful and everything, but she has no ears on the ground. She is not a people's person. She has no relationship skills. She cannot relate with the people. That just means mutumia wa kure ni kiheti no wa kwigucia. Tiga kuona kiheti wezi ati no mutumia mukuru. No. A young wife means what is to be young? To be young, you are more jumpy. To be young, you are more energetic. You are more outgoing in everything you do, whether it's sex. You have more energy. Sex is nothing but an exchange of two energies to create a different energy. So sex can be in business. You can be a sexual person. Jagawa Muthaka is a very sexy being. That got nothing to do with the sexual act. It just means I move in a sexy way. I am charismatic. Okay? It's sexy having a conversation with me. My mind is big. Totigeboeka. So that's sexy. He mundu mutangiaria nake ciugo igiri ni anina. Atiri oyo kiria ni riskiaga. Atiri ndu amenya no akoigua. Ndiregwire kurathi atia. Ati ndiregwire atia. Ni danda head. These are people who pass on very early in life. People who move into the next life when they are in their teens. Hey, there's power in the jigo, I tell you. There's power in the jigo. There's power in the jigo, I'm telling you. So these are the people who, I'm telling you, there's power in the jigo. Let me show you, there's power in the jigo. There's power in the jigo. Come on now. Power in the jigo. So, for example, people who die when they're in their teenagers. People who die in their teens, in their 20s and their 30s. These are the people who are going to come back in, if they reincarnate, because a lot of people are still reincarnating, they are going to come back as, to carry horror nyoba ikomine of the 12 houses of the zodiac. These we are going to come back as those external, very far away placements. Okay? You know, when you start in the zodiac, we have Taurus, Aries, Pisces, that kind of thing. So these are aya ni aria mokaga menjata iria ciana haria mbere muno. Okay? Ni kiu ni kira kingi kia giatumaga mundu aikara matuko maingi thi auma thi after old age. Ukaigua arikarire aumire guku thi ena miaka mingi muno. Ukaigua mundu ucio arari murathime kiararathimitwo atia araikarire miaka ya Ngai. Mundu wakua young. Ukaigua andu makiuga he kiakue munini atia. Why? Because kunyiha kuu gukua munini miaka ni kuri munini na munyinyi. Munini means small. So they have died when they have not expanded. So even when you pass on at the age of 40, though we have spirits who leave these bodies because they have a bigger mind than these bodies. So they don't live for long also. unless you know how to create reke ndige kũgweta icio haha. Okay, the world we are in nĩ maramuonia gũthondeka indo ciĩtagwo avatars. Okay, you are making avatars to represent you. Nĩmũĩ Njenga wa Mũthaka, I had my avatar back in 2016. Let me show you my avatar. I have always been with him. He has always traveled around the world with me. He has gone all the way to the North Pole. Ũyũ athiĩte nginya North Pole ũyũ. Ũrona haha. Ũyũ aigĩrĩte Virgin Atlantic. Mena mũndũ ũgwĩtwo ũyũ wandĩkĩte ibuku rĩrĩ rĩtagwo Like a Virgin. Etagwo Bronson kana etagwo atia? Richard Branson. I can show you the pictures later. Richard Branson holding this avatar. My avatar is actually 8 years old. What I'm holding now, the same one. You know, ugurane hana ha maguru terafe di haya ne mai. Yari hado mai ne hado haya na fountain. I was in Dubai, a place, and ugurone this color kumamaoko ikuruka. Ne todo hada make it a fountain ini de make it a lamination. Ne igiriye mai. Ogemewa na dudani one hano. Okay, so this is what I would give people if I could not get close to them. Let's say, for example, especially that time, nudo wa kidu wewe talk studio ne work agarege these big artists. I don't even care about them anymore. They are all lost. So tuge direda ukorwo bisaine, no ni direda umenye tumana mundu ta Davido. Shout out to Davido. So ganegera Davido ino akahorwo bisa nayo akajokeria. So andu aria othe majue ni mamenyaga wona bisa ino hado etagwo Flat Rich. Wona Flat Rich ni flat ono ginya giganira ibuku-ini tiga kwanjia gwiciria maundu maingi ati flat ya Joy. So ungionire Flat Rich hado ina celebrate ukamenya ndi hoto ni ndamune no ndirenda gukorwo ho in the picture ni undu wa kindu gitagwo copyrights na vituka hizo, having your picture being used when you don't want them to use, so they can use your avatar. It's a representation of you being there, but it's your avatar. Godawo ko example nigetha gucokie avatar isi magokire kumorera Facebook ha maundu ma tene. Now, in the same way, when you are spiritually gifted, you learn to create, but imagine an avatar now. Imagine an avatar. There are some things itagigo eta page in here. Todwasi we already makomekete algorithm. The moment you mention that word, the algorithm has to tighten your reach automatically. It has to shrink your reach. Either restrain it into your country, or rather your content cannot even be seen just because of the words you use. No ndakuhengere kana tondu avatar ide matiragithondeka koguo tugitire tukiuga Avatar the movie. You remember the movie Avatar? We are talking about Avatar the movie. You know, they were shooting with arrows at planes. Now, so an avatar, wathi kule gwitagwo Haiti, ni makoragwo na kindu gitagwo voodoo dolls. So voodoo doll is a doll that is made to represent you, and they can do voodoo magic on the doll and it's going to affect you. If they have a piece of you, your hair, na DNA, juere, matamaku, doara, idota isio, toriali akiri ya DNA, akiri tuma identify na magego, kana mata, wakuwa mata no maradhime, kana juere, kana doara. Why those are the things you can leave as a trace of your DNA or your waters, your plasma, your fluids, your seminal fluids, your vaginal fluids. Okay? All those have DNA. All the way from plasma. Tukari horo wa plasma light. Tukari horo wa plasma weapons. Kirira kia muthenya ungi. Uhoro uma waso na dio kutukinyire ne kire unyingi. Shit. Wanoro uma waso ru tuthire. Tukude mai. Let me get some feelings. I'm having too much thought. So I need some feelings. But then again, my makona mone macharge, mara charge, right? Spiritual things, fourth, fifth, and fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. Shout out to Flightman, Flight Boss augaga, it don't rain in the 4th, 5th, 6th dimension. It don't rain in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. AKA, I can drink the water to give me the feelings on the 3D, but on the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension, I'm still at my highest. So, the same way you can create an avatar to represent you in your social media, in your water meter bills, there, mudagweta water bill mukamenya dari horo wa nyamu yo mareta meta una meremeta shiny like a meremeta. The reason I tell you to share my page or to share my videos is because ruhare aginyete ona de yaku yogutigana nayo. The emails, I mean the messages, the constrictions, automatic, it doesn't even make sense anymore. And nikiodera jiri the komitaga soul group as people, as a group. On Friday I was in town. That's why, because now eno newo kinyahado ya yako make sense. Niyodo wa censorship. Video is clear. Nedayo. Kiariwa kierere. Double K. Double kilo. Kilo is big. Give me a kilo. Nyuzie kilo moja. Kilobyte. Kilowatts. Now. So they make those avatars. To see the avatar, matikamente turamenya mesi yetu ari oro avatar. Noru avatar ori. Where we make create we being spiritually inclined, it's like you are sending no go mareda we kado ko no nyamu yo maredia yo mareta mata university yo mareta mata ari water meter, electricity meter, you know. Ori ni mari hota ku upgrade ko gana ko download gana ko upload mesiria ma mundu ando magaikara ko virtually nikioregwa bagi yo ona bagi yo itagwo zuka nikioregwa kiuga mundu ni arithia ku train gym kana maundu ta mau atakuma nyumba. Follow me, try and follow. So we no hote guthondeka nyamute yo teno ndakuni ya njenga wa muthaka umekire mesiria maku or you utume your thoughts and ideas and feelings to it. So hideo no ayo ikutura thi todo hakiri ciaku ni cianeneha muno stingiganira mwiri uyu ri kirono wakura muno ri you send it into that avatar, into that world yo ra create no ri uri ino ne ya physical ya gukuha guku riu nenda gukuonia uri andu aria masendaga agaiguaga ati mundu cio ni athi na mwiri what they mean no dathia na mwiri as in mwiri physical guthi na mwiri ni kuga atiriri lost and never found mwiri duonekanire ndiakuri kila kidu ni aregori. So what they are saying is the body was never found. The late Kadiye kumuhudhira as an example. No, demuhudhira as an example. The late Kimathi, up to date mutiri muona mwiri wake. Koguo no tugire athire na mwiri. Niki, tondu Kimathi ndakuire. Nimatige gutwira Kimathi ni akuire. Tuga Kimathi ni missing. Tondu mundu andikiragwo dead tuona mwiri. Na tondu tutire tuona mwiri wake twiragwo ni wathikirwo ri. Ucio ni mundu missing. Okay? So no kigerekano ni otogiga athire na mwiri. No ti guthi na mwiri uguo. I want to give you an example what I mean. So these people will walk to the forests. Nikigwa athuri ari 12 maikara kirima na maundu mangitamuke gwa andu maracaria solace. So they walk away. Athi agacaria handu hena kimuti we ona ti gucaria niwe bikoraga ni moi handu mutangimona. Ngurunga agathi agakoma thi. We no we muthuri muikuyu tene etaga andu ake akegaya. Akegaya indo ciake agatige egaya. Koguo ni amenya ni kuhuruka arahuruka. Ni amenya ni guthia rathi. So the spiritual gifted people do the same. They would go to a place lie down and they are never seen again. Matikono rigi. Tukauga marathire na mwiri. Are you getting the allegory? Ye ibuku rikwira ati chariot of fire came and carried them. You know what a fire is. Fire is something that transforms. Fire is something that is passionate to transform, to convert, to cook something, change from one state to another. So a chariot of fire means a transformation from one state to another. Unendeda ukwira uria uthiaga. So mundu ucio arathiaga koma handu akahuruka. No ni aratigite egaya gwake. Koguo andu ake ni maramenya mundu ucio ti oru athie naguo. So we are not worried about that body. We know wherever they went to rest where they know. Ni moe, in other words. Ni maundu moe kaine. Na nikio wonaga in movies they show you this. No movies mathi maigira tugene into a tomb gana a graveyard matuonagia ati he mundu ahutia handu atwaka wone kuhutia ati aka kwahigoka matuika trapped akabaga kuma maroho mameka ati maroho makuragira maundu ta maundu icio ni maundu mangi utire kundu gutari gatekeepers. As above so below. Anything you see a representation of it here in the 3D. Even in other dimensions, even in the heavens, it exists, though in a different way. But the energy will always be the same. You have to go through someone. What the hair matrix? You have to find the key maker. All these keys lead to somewhere, but only one key turns the right door. Nithayo. Warikia kumenya oguo ri. Ni ucoka riu wacoka urore-ini gana na kimuciiri ni urimenyaga ati ona andu angi no ni hakiri miaka iria utakigeru ni gukiuma thi bado ona ugithia we munini ni hari miaka iria utagiru ni gukorwo ugithi nayo tondu kuma 60 ni hega uba 70 ri ndi njega to turari horo ke ithathatu na ithathatu we ni creation, ithathatu ni paying attention, ithathatu ni something that is more spiritual. It's a creation. It's paying attention to something. It's a good thing. They'll pay attention to you. Anyone who's above 60 ado matigua mahotekete muno, but 50 kidu no igua ndirokano ndu wa fae yo toro negio onogethi na 59, that is still 14, that is still 5 uri othi wa 6. Koguo 60 uthina ku iguru ni kwega. So 61, that is 7, 62 eon 8 na ni loop. Hariona each and every age ira uma nayo thi aria mena kirira kiu ni mamenyaga mundu ucio athi maundu mahana atia, ekora kundu kuhana atia, akwenda igongona rihana atia. Kuri thayo nikio igua kana gatihurukagio ta mundu mugima. Nikio na mundu athie kugia mwana thibitari ingiko ni still birth kana kuhuna ukaigua kiurio option ya ni ukwenda kuinuka nake gana umutige thibitari. Most of the time you leave them behind. Niki tondu iguaga hena any significance ya gukua mwana wa kwira thibitari wa mugi andu ingi ni matigaga aikorwo kwa sadara inukite mucie agakinuka agakiuga aragire mwana na arakua no gutire mathiko. You get what I'm saying? So it's that kind of common sense. Then you have to understand, if you are not attaining too much thought, you are not giving him too much attention to that young baby, aka something that came to this world but didn't get a lot of experience. So we let God, let bygones be bygones. Kidu gegwitwo let the dead bury the dead. Shout out to the whole subconscious community. Now, back to the topic. The human disclaimer ya Jega wa Muthaka. Ta imagine, the human disclaimer yakwa. Nginya horo wa Avatar, nginya kumuonia rugano rwakwa kanandikwo ati akuria ta ciana iria ingi. Riu rugano rwakwa ngwihea disclaimer, I'm creating that cloud so that there's never going to be a point whereby Even when I leave this world, young people think that something an external thing had to do with it. No, it will be all me. Niĩ na Ngai wakwa. Okay? Maybe I'll have learned how to create that world so well. I'll be like, let me jump into that world. Ĩyo ndakuhe example as an avatar. Ikigwa dream big. Now, wacici nĩ tũrĩkĩrũ twĩ kwĩ Wacũ. So rĩu Wacũ nĩ gwakĩhikĩtio mũthuri, agakĩhikia mũtumia mũnini, na agakĩgĩa ũcio akona ũcio nĩ wawe favorite. Rĩu Wacũ nĩ agĩthire mũgũnda, na rĩrĩa Wacũ athire mũgũnda, mũthuri ũyũ nĩ agũithirie bash. Akĩrehe bash mtaani. Rĩu bash ĩyo ĩkĩhappen rĩ, kwarĩ na irio nyingĩ maginya ngũkũ cia roasting na njino. Atĩ nĩguo okire Rwĩgĩ kana hũgũ ĩkĩhuria ngũkũ. KFC ngima. Shout out to the GMO people. Ikihuria KFC. Na ĩgĩthiĩ kũgera yarĩkia kuhuria ũguo ĩthiĩte andũ makĩmĩona. Angĩ cikĩmiugĩrĩria na cikĩmiugĩrĩria ngũ yo na mahiga na maũndũ ta mau nĩ mythology. So ĩgĩkĩrekia ngũkũ. Ndĩarĩ ngũkũ no ng'ano. Nĩ ng'ano ciakwa rĩu. Okay, this is my mythology. Explaining the other. As long as I make it make sense. Now, because this is how you will understand how we arrive at the religion, how we arrive at these what you call taboos. Now you'll understand life, and once you know life, then you can find the book, then you can understand uria kurathi na mbere. So I'm pausing there for you to share the video. I'm on a water break. Told you my pace is heavily censored. No kona ta video no yarĩkia kuma hau. Ona andu mamiona. And then the other thing, andu marora video yakwa 3-4 minutes ega crash. 8 minutes ega crash. Ndirari kurora insights. I went to the insight. They are forgetting they are giving me the insights. But they are forgetting who they are giving the insights to. So whatever language they are telling me, I know how they are constructing that language to make it make sense to me. Yeah, madu anegane matukuwa na muno. Too much feelings. Let me get out of that feelings. Ginya de itereria my feelings. They baptized kyodu kiukihera. Unintentional, but my spirit knew I needed that to bring back to the video. Now, ĩgĩthiĩ kĩgũithia nyama. Yagũithia nyama rĩ, Wacũ agĩkĩrĩa nyama mũgũnda. Twakiuga atĩrĩrĩ, ciakorire Wacũ mũgũnda. Now, take that Wacũ story as a mythology, now bring it back into your life. We have a lot of people who cannot withstand rejection. Who told you cannot be rejected? Who told you rejection is bad? Wewe thia ugatotia avocado ugatigana nayo. Niki ni yerua muno. Ugathi ugatotia maembe thaisi ni maingĩ muno mana huko Kitui na Embu. Ugatotia yembe ugatigana nayo niki tireru. It has not matured yet. Ugathi ugatotia rĩngĩ ukona nĩ rĩagĩrĩire ukauga we na viriviri rĩenda kũrĩona viriviri. Koguo nĩ rĩenda go spice. What is to spice? To add flavor. You need to entertain that lady. You need to take her out a little bit. She has never been on dates. You need to show her around. You need to bring her to the city. Ulete tawa jione. Ekiashono maitho hanini. Ekiohega hanini. So all these are preferences. And none is better than the other. So who told you you cannot be rejected? Atewe watigwo nĩ inegene. Ni ndĩradampirwo. No wakwĩre ndũngĩdampo. Yet every day ngeraga thoko. Gakora riki. Gakora what you call passion fruits. Gakora ginger stetwo thoko. They have been dumped because they are no longer good for the market. Yet, jega wa muthaka no ginger ĩyo na thi asagũre na bado one ginger njega na athondeke concoction na ĩmũteithie mũno. Jega wa muthaka no arogote ginger ĩyo na thi amĩhande ĩta mbegũ na ĩkauma a very heavy crop. haria ikio tiho egwaga mwathi he ibuku ni rere ukaigua okay tutigana ibuku. So once you understand that there's nothing wrong with being rejected, that rejection is part of life, then it will be easier for you to heal. Siakorire washo mugoda. So you keep it moving. Shout out to Heart the Band. Ile ninapitia uliza kiatu. Ask my shoe. Ask my shoe. Uliza kiatu. Everyone has a history, a story, a history, his story. Everyone has his story. Kila mtu akona story yake. Shout out to Bahati. Story yangu. Bahati, you need to grow up. If you are watching this video, you can tag Bahati hapa. Bahati, you need to get in touch with your feminine side, but not the way you are doing it, not by simping, but by balancing it. You are thought, you are not feeling. You can do nothing with two feelings. When your wife is feeling and you, Bahati, you are feeling, that is nothing. You can do nothing with feelings. Feelings remain nothing but feelings. You need thought and feeling. Male and female. Masculine and feminine. Gikoyo and Mombi. Adam and Eve. We don't need two Eves. And we don't need two Adams. When you have too much thoughts, you have the Cain and Abel spell. Where two thoughts cannot agree, one has to kill the other. So, Abel cannot do it. I'm not able. So Cain can. We can do it. So Cain has to win. Caini can. We can do it. Not the Abel. Nekogeria. Are you able? So you have to kill Abel. We have to kill Abel. We have to remain with one masculine thought. Shout out to Bahati. If you see Bahati, tell him to come. I'll straighten him. Give him an invoice. Now, shout out to him. I'm not belittling him. He's a bigger spirit. He has more followers. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Though his followers are lost, he still has a bigger influence. Bahati is a bigger star than Jegawa Muthaka on this lostness, on this dimension. I am a bigger star on the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Okay? Now, so rejection is good for you. So, if you are getting rejection, you have to understand that maybe it's you who's in that energy of rejection. Do you like changes? You know, there are people who don't like changes. There are people who are stuck. They don't like new changes. They want to stay in the old. No, the world is changing. Change with the world. Okay? So, be teachable. Be willing to learn. Atirunira wa muthi out. Ni die dauti da gethi out. No, uri atarakida muture out. Irigere muthi nake a shine ones. Amenano ane go na mubi. Mutige koguo muguaga. Ona rigenda agutware handu. Nigetha ko introduce. Amenano niwe muka wakwa. Nigetha matiga utinda makimuongerera tuindo haria biru ni mamenya ni ari muka. Tutinda na ndongerera juice hau oguo yi. Kake ogera juice ya besa cigana ndanyua Del Monte igire ndakwira ciana igire ni ngiri tu mundu tane ore mone kuri ha ngiri no. Okay, terms and conditions apply. Maybe it's because you are tutige na hau so ciakoria wacio mugoda. That is the kind of arrogance it is, that sometimes some battles are easy if you let go. Mundu ndangioka gukuruta handu unyite thige ngi utinde unyitite nayo ya gucunura moko. Sometimes it's better to let go. Mundu ngehota gukana ngathi ya guikirie. No kwiro wina nyoro no agikuruta irima. Wina thige ngi. Bad relationships, suffering, exploitation, abuse. Generational curses repeating themselves. Some of you are stuck in relationships where you don't have babies, yet you are still stuck. You've tried everything. Who said you can marry another husband? Who said you can try another seed? No akuhenirie oguo. Muikuyu ni mundu muge, ni athiaga agacaria mundu, agoka akamugira mwana. No inyuĩ nĩ ũndũ wa thickness, kavothi ukagure mbegu ha AVF. Kindu toy niki. Because your ego is too big. 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 Then you go buy a seed from AVF, and these are the terms and conditions. Whoever was giving that seed didn't care about the seed. They jacked off the seed for money. Okay? So first of all, is a seed that has been sold. Now the seed that has been jacked off is stored in cold things. It's studied. Tutige kwari horo wa mbegu icio tondu we. Tutige. Okay, let's forget about that, okay? Just know siakorire wacio mugunda, so I'm ending this video and I'm starting another one immediately. Ino algorithm ne kodabura. I'm making 5 videos back to back, short ones. I'm ending this one, I'm starting another one.